All right, y'all. So here's part two of the lawsuit that has been filed against Vince McMahon. And I just want to say that everything in this lawsuit is alleged and that everyone is considered innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. Also, trigger warning. And the reason why I'm reading this lawsuit is because y'all know a lot of my content is about trying to teach women how to identify red flags and what certain type of behaviors look like. And when I tell you that this man allegedly, the things that he does, it's from the Predator playbook. So if you can see the pattern of behavior, then I'm hoping that it saves some of y'all. I really honestly do. Because I'm going to start back where I left off. McMahon also subjected Miss Grant to acts of extreme cruelty and degradation that caused Miss Grant to disassociate and or become numb to reality in order to survive the horrific encounters. As one, and y'all, trigger warning, I'm serious. As one example of McMahon's extreme depravity, on May 9th, 2020, he soft-served ice creamed on Miss Grant during a third party and then commanded her to continue doing the do with his friend with ice cream in her hair and running down her back. So if you need to pause right here, pause. While McMahon went to the bathroom to shower off, upon his return from the bathroom, McMahon, as his friend, actively resumed third-party activities, which lasted over an hour and a half, while Miss Grant remained covered in McMahon's ice cream. When McMahon's friend left, McMahon ordered her to stay and to keep doing stuff to him. That is, I can't. Let me keep reading because reading this was really hard. It was really hard. In June 2021, McMahon and defendant Laurinaitis, another trigger warning. Okay. They SA'd Ms. Grant inside Laurinaitis' office in WWE headquarters while colleagues were busy at their desk. Behind a locked door, the two men cornered her. I don't even know if I can read this. They got her in a position. They got her in a position where they could do things. She begged them to stop, and they did not. So I'll just leave it at that because I don't think that I'm not gonna read that. Unsurprisingly, others at WWE knew what was going on, which is the crazy. But instead of intervening to protect Ms. Grant, WWE actively sought to conceal the wrongdoing. This is what we keep trying to tell y'all. Y'all, these human males always want to cry about being protector. Don't nobody protect women. It doesn't matter who you are, what your background is. The only people protecting women are women. And even sometimes then, women will be complicit in these human males' behavior. Let me keep reading. Okay. In January 2022, McMahon told Ms. Grant that his wife had found out about their relationship. Purportedly to avoid divorce, negative publicity, and other repercussions, McMahon said that Ms. Grant's time at WWE was at an end, but that he wanted her to sign an NDA to ensure her silence on, among other things, his personal misconduct. In the days ahead, McMahon put Ms. Grant under immense pressure to sign, saying that refusing will only jeopardize McMahon, his family, and the company, but that she'd surely become a public headline, suffer reputational ruin. Like the girl reputation ain't already ruined because you out here showing her off to people and setting up all these different types of encounters. But anyway, let me get back. Okay. Suffer reputational ruin, including from the corn on the cob content McMahon had captured, and face McMahon's legal resources. Conversely, McMahon reassured her that her signature would ensure his continued support and protection and safeguard her reputation. Ultimately, Ms. Grant succumbed to the pressure and signed the NDA in exchange for payments, which McMahon later stopped making. Even after pushing Ms. Grant out of the company and muzzling her with the NDA, McMahon continued efforts to exploit her, including attempting to traffic her to a WWE star who would be in New York City for a live event and TV taping in March 2022. Understandably, defendants' predatory conduct has left Ms. Grant crippled, both physically and mentally, including from debilitating symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder and unaliving ideation, self-unaliving ideation. These symptoms led to her termination from her subsequent job running her building's operation due to her inability to leave her home for weeks at a time. Despite McMahon's promise of reputational protection, WWE appears to have leaked information that led to the public disclosure of her name by a media blogger who cited a source in WWE with direct knowledge of this situation, which, upon information and belief, was an overt intimidation tactic aimed at Ms. Grant. WWE has also attempted to sweep the matter under the rug. Following media reports that McMahon was involved in a hush money payment scandal, WWE released a statement in June 2022 to announce that a special committee of its board of directors was investigating alleged misconduct and appointing Stephanie McMahon, as his daughter, as interim CEO and interim chairwoman. In this capacity, Ms. McMahon publicly affirmed her commitment to doing everything in her power to help the special committee complete its work and to implement its findings. She also declared the importance of a safe and collaborative workplace. Notwithstanding this public statement, the investigation was a sham, y'all. In November 2022, WWE touted the conclusion of the special committee investigation into the misconduct, and yet the special committee never even bothered to interview Ms. Grant or request any documents, despite Ms. Grant stating that she would cooperate. In SEC filings, the company tried to divert attention away from McMahon's abuse of women, because this isn't his first fucking rodeo, you guys, by focusing on the technical issue of how hush money was accounted for. In the words of the company, the issue was immaterial accounting errors related to certain payments that Mr. McMahon agreed to make during the period from 2006 through 2022. Through all this trauma, Ms. Grant has endured profound suffering in silence, feeling of exploitation, loss of security, and the fear of facing the wrath of WWE and McMahon's army of attorneys if she were to come forward and to bring light to the egregious acts detailed herein. That time has passed, and Ms. Grant seeks to hold defendants accountable for their reprehensible and unlawful acts for her own sake and for others. Ms. Grant seeks a declaratory judgment that her NDA is invalid under federal and state laws and asserts claims other laws, including the Trafficking Victims Protection Act. When I tell you, after this trial is done, I don't know if WWE is still gonna be a thing, because, honey, heads are about to roll, okay? Because I like I said, I read the whole claim. She got receipts, she got text messages, and I'm sure she has other things to corroborate everything that she has to say. So it's going to be very interesting. But at the end of the day, I wish this young lady nothing but happiness and healing, and I hope that justice is served and everyone gets their just desserts. And I just want to leave y'all with this: nowhere within the animal kingdom, in nature, do the prey ever believe that the predators are safe. When a gazelle sees a lion, baby, she gonna run her little heart out to try to save her life. So I really need women to understand, you need to stop letting some of these people convince you that they're not a lion, because they're lying.